There are people that God sends in your life solely to get on your nerves. They are there to save you from mediocrity. They are there to provoke you to jealousy. They are there to show off that God has something more. And if you're not careful, you will acquiesce into becoming their hater rather than to allow them to become your stimulator. Either you're going to be a hater or you're going to be stimulated.
You can have all the treasures you want. This stuff's easy and simple. It's not ocean waves and seagulls. You don't have to move to Sedona where all the force fields come together in Arizona.
But to your right, that guy over there, he ain't living so well. But you're learning something. Because if the tables were turned, could you deal with it?
Anywhere I locked up, I couldn't go to the store. I just studied profusely. It was a horrible experience.
Why shouldn't I suffer? Maybe what I'm going through is made for me and me alone, because no one on earth can go through the hell that I'm going through right now, because I'm the only one that was built for it. I'm the only one that was created for it. This is why I'm going through it. I'm going through it because it's necessary. It's necessary for me to understand, for me to be better, for me to be stronger.
Let's teach our kids the simple ways to transform their health, number 1. Their economics, number 2. Their ability to communicate, number 3. Their life and treasure and lifestyle, number 4. Spirituality, number 5. And the list goes on and on. Let's not leave out any of the least of disciplines that encourage us to do the next one, to do the next one, to do the next one. First thing you know, this whole scenario for you is spinning up instead of out of control on the negative side. This is all you got to do. It's as simple as this. It's as simple as a start, committing yourself to life change. And once you start down this road, I promise you, you'll join the 10% and the 3%. We're going to talk financial independence in just a little while. Guess how many people can retire from the income of their own personal resources when it comes time to retire? Answer, 5%.
Could you handle that stress? Could you handle that poverty? How long have you been homeless? How long have you been hungry? How long have you not had clothes on your back? How long have you been out of a job? Did your family walk out on you? Did your father walk out on you? Did your mother walk out on you? Are you going through a bad relationship? Have you lost your way? This is what you're learning right now. Sometimes we all got to learn the hard way. How many times as a child you heard your mother and father tell you not to do something, but you did it anyway?
In the most independent country in the world, 95% are dependent, 5% are independent. Take charge of your own retirement. I'm telling you, if you take charge of your own retirement through personal development and all these skills we've taught today, plus what's coming up, financial independence, I'm telling you, take charge of your own retirement, you can multiply it at least by 5, maybe by 10, maybe by 20, maybe by 100. Let the government take care of it, some company take care of it, you got to divide by 5. Take charge of your own life, take charge of your own day, take charge of your own conversation, take charge of your own family, take charge of your own possibility. Learn these skills, develop this kind of strategy, and I'm telling you, life will open up for you. Join the 3%. Join the 10%. Join the 5%. Walk away from the 95%. In our leadership weekend, we teach.
And you had to learn the hard way. It wasn't the fact that you got disciplined perhaps by your parents, but the world disciplines you more. That's what makes it beautiful. The hard times sometimes can be the best times. Why? Because you're going to build up something. You're going to build up that grit. You're going to build up that tenacity. You're going to have a better understanding. But you got to know what direction you're going. And sometimes you may not even know. Sometimes people hate to be wrong because they feel that they're always right. Sometimes you got to learn how to listen and not always speak out and thinking that you know so much. Because you're going to learn the hard way that you're just not that smart. You don't have all the answers. But just people. Walk outside your door. Driving your vehicle up and down the road, you will see how much you can really learn just from people.
I must learn to suffer a little bit. I cannot reap the rewards of success without understanding about struggles. So I say to you, don't ever doubt. Don't ever fear, and don't feel that you have to be unexplained, that you can't carry on to build a better you. Because you have to understand that there are many people out there in the world that don't have the capabilities, that you've got to carry on the good fight. And this is why you are going through.
So when I wrote on that paper, the assignment was write on a piece of paper what you want to be when you grow up. I'm 10. I wrote, I want to be on TV. That was that faith, the belief in things that you cannot see. I ain't see no way I could be on TV, but I wrote it down. I didn't know no better. I'm 10. I wrote it down. Teacher called me to the front of the class. I thought I'm going to get me a gold star because she had everybody stand and read their paper and their name. She called me to the front. I'm thinking I'm going up here to get a gold star. I ain't never had one before. My answer must have been really good. I can't tell you how wrong I was. That lady didn't call me up there to give me no golds. She called me up there to humiliate. And when I got up there, that lady let into.
And I want you to, Maul gonna come up here in a minute. I want to steal his thunder. But as a brother, I've adopted his 5 pillars. And I need you to ask yourself, where are you in your finances? You should be a king. You should have money just flowing in. You were born an ATM machine. I told you that. You should have no money problems. You only have money problems because you're looking at what somebody else is doing and you're trying to be them. If you would just be who God called you to be, when you were born, the Creator birthed you with creation. He put you in a situation where you have a personality and a set of skills that come with that personality that's automatically going to bring you money. You don't got to beg. You were built with money. Does that make sense? I was just doing what I was supposed to be doing. C was the ones like, E, you're doing too much. I'm going to have to make you into a household name. Once I make you a celebrity, keep doing what you're doing. But celebrity status is going, absolutely. We got a book coming out. C was like, bro, I'm not kidding about no book. But we're going to do the book because if you make the bestsellers list, now we could charge $125,000 times 30 gigs a month. Now you got the money that you need to take care of the kids. You need to take care.
What you're going through right now, you must understand that it is an opportunity of a lifetime for you to suffer, to build, to fall, to fail, to grow, to hurt. But you got to keep moving. You can't give up on your life. You have to understand that everything that you are dealing with right now is only a temporary thing. It will not last forever. And that pain that you are dealing with right now, those things that you are feeling in your heart right now, these are going to put you in a position to make you feel that you are not worthy.
She said, why would you write something like this on your paper? First of all, why you called me up? You know I can't talk. You already know I can't talk. And she just said, why would you write something like this on your paper? And I'm standing out. I'm trying to get it out. She said, who in this school ever been on TV? Who in your family ever been on TV? Who in this neighborhood ever been on TV? She said, look at you standing there. You can't even talk. How they gonna put somebody like you on TV? So every Christmas, I send her a flat screen TV. I want her to see what God had done for me. I wanted her to see that no matter what she said about it. Attitude determines your altitude. If you're a positive person, positive things happen to you. If you're a negative person, negative things are going to continue to happen for you. If you can put that in your scope this year, just change your attitude. Wake up and smile. How about just wake up and be grateful? Life is really 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about it.
Just the taxes alone. Are you hearing me? We got a foundation. Just the taxes alone. Now I don't got to give it to Uncle Sam. Now I can put, is it making sense? So I need you to ask yourself, where am I in my finances? Where am I in my fitness? I'm just going to be real. Everybody in this room, you already got it. What do you mean by that, E? Some of y'all, if you would act like you act with your fitness and everything else, you'd be fired. But the only place where you put that energy is in going to the gym. And you know why? Because you like the feeling you get when you come out and they can see it. And the reason why you don't want to do the spiritual part is because when you do the spiritual part and you come out and you don't necessarily see it. You're not getting credit for the spirit boy. But if you could do the spiritual boy and come out and people could see it, you would do it. That's a boy. A boy does what he does, even when he perfects his body, because he wants people to see it. Matter of fact, that's why some of you, when you're on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, your shirt is off while you're doing it.
I'm here to let you know that you are worthy and you are built to lands. Because your creation matters, step that you take on this earth matters. And you, my friend, has just begun. There are going to be many things that are going to go on in your life all the time. And you're not going to always be able to smile. You're going to have those days when you're going to have to cry, and it's okay to cry. But don't let yourself be vulnerable to weakness. Don't let weakness consume you. Don't let hopelessness consume you.
You're going to get punched in the mouth by life. Things will happen to you, and you'll be wondering, why did this have to happen to me? I'm a good person. I do the right things. Life doesn't care. You'll be beaten over and over and over again. And you have to decide in those moments, do you fall down and fall apart, or do you get back up?
The question isn't, can you handle the situation? The question is, can you handle your mind? Can you manage the thoughts and the emotions that are trying to poison your progress? Forget managing the situation. Manage your mind.
There are many of us that feel like giving up is an option, and giving up is not an option. And everyone that are breathing in air and oxygen into those lungs, your dream and your destiny and what you have the ability to achieve, I promise you, giving up is the farthest thing from the truth. You were born to be something unbelievably special.
Don't give up on your dream.
You have greatness in you.
You're stronger than you think you are. You can go through more than you think you can.
You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. Most people, ladies and gentlemen, go to their graves living a life far below their potential. The question is, if you died today, what ideas, what dreams, what talents, what gifts would die with you?
Once something's important to you, it never leaves your mind. If you always dreamt about being a singer-songwriter and you never did it, you'll be haunted by that at the age of 70 because it's stored in the back of your mind. It's something that's meant for you, that's trying to call to you. You see, your dreams, you either pursue them or they fucking haunt you.
It's not easy reaching your dreams. It's not easy to achieve a happy and fulfilled life. It's not easy getting up every day, fighting, going through the daily struggles, getting rejected constantly, getting laughed at all the time, going through trials and tribulations, facing the pain of defeat over and over again. It is not easy. But if you do it, it is worth it.
What is it that will make it worth it for you? To face the rejections. What is it that will make it worth it for you? To brainstorm and not be intimidated and say, I can do this. What is it that will make it worth it for you to raise the bar on yourself and say, I got some more stuff in me. Oh, I haven't even gotten my biggest deal yet. What is it that will make it worth it for you to go back to a customer who slammed a door in your face? What is it that will make it worth it for you to know your vitamin, that you become empowered by it? What is it that will make it for you when you want to give up and things are working against you? What is it that will make it worth it for you to get out of the car when you want to keep driving past the office because of the stress? What is it that gives you the strength and the power? When life knocks you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. What is it that will help you get back up again?
I want you to think about those goals. I want you to taste them. I want you to internalize it. I'm telling you to dream your dream because I want you to feel it. I want you to taste it. Just like when the weather is changing, you can feel it. I want you to be able to feel when you're getting closer to it and closer to it.
You got to have a dream session. You got to take out 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you got to actually go in a room, close the door, and you got to see yourself doing it. You got to feel yourself doing it. You got to actually walk in it. You got to go in the future, live it out, come back in the present, and start working toward it.
You might have small beginnings. You might not have a lot of money. You might not have a lot of resources, but there's no excuse. You said, E.T., I'm not that lion. You might be the ant, and the ant has very little, but he's determined. He's strong. He has a dream and a goal, and he'll do whatever it takes.
Whenever you feel negative, whenever you feel your life is getting tough, I want you to say, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for what happens. I can't change the past, so I'm not going to spend a single second worrying about what has happened. I am going to become so busy working on my future and my goals that I don't have time to think about the past.
I need specifics. What are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? What are you doing on Wednesday? It's time to put your pieces together of your puzzle. We turn tragedy into triumph. That's what lions do. Lions don't cry. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living. And if you are a true lion, it does not make a difference what the circumstances is.
You're not reactive. I don't care what the circumstance. I don't care what the situation. You put it on your back and you get after it. You gotta have that savage mentality.
Too often we stay stagnant. Too often you have a dream of creating this or getting involved with there. But at the end of the day, sometimes this fear of will I fail? Will I be accepted? Will I make it? Will I achieve it? The challenge is learning to punch that fear, that threshold right in its mouth. I'm talking about the fear of that voice in the back of your head that makes you think that you can't. And you know what? Maybe you'll make a mistake, but you're failing forward. The thing that we have to continue to passionately, uncompromisably not give in on is the fact that I'm not staying stagnant. I'm moving forward because what I feed will grow and what I starve will die.
Joseph did is if he's not been sold as a slave, if he had not been put in prison, thrown the things you don't like with Joseph, they are leading you to you, restraining God. Use people being against you to move you into here, throw you into the pin so you can take you from people cannot override. I wonder if you are upset over something that all get away doesn't make sense. It stay in pieces what you are going to meet in the future. Many of the challenges that you are facing now, they don't have anything to do with now. It's possible to will see how God will begin to connect new perspective. The closed doors can be it's work working for you. God will never close a door without opening a bigger and a better door. If you will look back, Lord, thank you for closes moving that person out of my life. I will espouse. We don't grow in the good times, everyone. As for us, we grow when it is difficult. That's why you cannot say away your challenges. Then God is using the situations to change you. If God made everything easy for us, going God has amazing things in you find big giants outlast some strong and show the oppositions that you are more determined. They're going to defeat you. It's going to promote about what's not turning. Develop your faith. Keep doing the right things when the wrong God when you don't see any fear of it. I'm going to remove every challenges. It means it's going to increase your state, so it does.